Hey everyone, Amanda here. So I'm back with another DBT video, and it's just a continuation of the last one. We are on mindfulness skills. The last one was Introduction to Handouts and Worksheets. It's actually a whole section, but I just read the introduction part. So now we're on to the next part. And it's a small part, so it won't take that long. Before I get started, disclaimer. The content in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. Please take this information and review it with your counselor. This information is not mine. It comes from the book DBT Skills Training, Handouts, and Worksheets by Marsha M. Linehan, 2nd edition. Okay. So we are on goals and definitions. Mindfulness Handout 1, goals and definitions. Goals of mindfulness practice. The goals of practicing mindfulness skills for most people are to reduce suffering, increase happiness, and increase control of the mind. For some, a goal of mindfulness is to experience reality as it is. Mindfulness skills require practice, practice, practice. Mindfulness Handout 2, Mindfulness Definitions. This handout offers basic definitions of mindfulness, mindfulness skills, and mindfulness practice. Mindfulness Worksheet 1, Pros and Cons of Practicing Mindfulness. This worksheet is designed to help you decide whether you have anything to gain from practicing mindfulness. Okay, so that is that section. I'm gonna just leave it at that, but I am going to talk a little bit about the first one I read and the third one I read. So when it says practice, 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 DBT, the skills that you learn are something that you take with you and use for your entire life. You don't just use it while you're in class or while you're talking with your counselor. You use it anytime that a situation arises where you need to de-escalate emotionally and try to bring yourself back into right here, right now, and not, go off the rails and all that stuff. So it's something that, if you choose to use, can be helpful through your entire life. So basically, until you're dead, these skills can be utilized and can be very helpful and effective. So the pros and cons. So deciding whether DBT is something that you will benefit from. DBT skills are not a one-size-fits-all thing. Not everyone is going to benefit from this. For example, not everybody benefits from meditation. A lot of people do. There are just some people that it actually increases their stress. So not everyone will benefit from it. Same thing with this. However, I will say that doing these skills, it's so different than what you're used to doing for whatever coping skills you use that are unhealthy. This is the total opposite. So it takes a while to actually to be comfortable with thinking differently and reacting differently. There is homework and all that stuff that you do, and it takes a while for your brain to kind of, catch up and get used to this new pattern of thinking and doing. And it can be very difficult at first. So I really encourage people, at the very least, give this at least 3 whole months at the very least, because you're not going to really know if it's helpful unless you start practicing it and it starts to become something you are comfortable with doing. When I first started doing this, I had such a hard time with it. I really did. I thought, this will never work. I'm like, this is stupid, all that stuff. And once I really started doing it and practicing it, and then I did do that year-long program, it really helped me to see that it does take time to be able to start to master a healthy skill set, and to be able to utilize that and to put it into practice. It's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to practice it. But I just encourage people that if it doesn't work for you, it's okay if it doesn't. But please at least give it a try with a counselor who is versed in DBT or a DBT program, if you think it's something that you could use and that would benefit you. Just give it a try. That's all I'm saying. So that's all I have to say about that. I will put all the information in the description box below, and I hope this was helpful in some way. And of course there'll be more videos about this coming out. Like I said, I'm going to do it in sections just so it's not too overwhelming. And I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys. Peace and love.